I'm here in Tennessee's locker room. It's already been cleared out. Heartbreaking is a bit cliche. It doesn't seem to give justice to just how this Tennessee team felt after their season came to an end in Dallas. Practices later today. We'll go ahead and talk to them then about this matchup with Loyola Chicago. I'll go ahead and send it back to you. Have a great rest of your day. Loyola Chicago fans, you can probably hear them behind me. In Tennessee, it wasn't just a win in the NCAA tournament, it was the first win for every single player on that roster. Good afternoon from Dallas, Texas, in the bowels of the American Airlines Center, home of the Dallas Mavericks. I got Grant Ramey from GoVols 24/7 with me. Grant, first round of the NCAA tournament. Tennessee is facing Wright State. What should we expect from the Raiders? I bet they are, Brandon. I'm starting to feel the March Madness a little bit too, I gotta be honest. I'm out here outside of American Airlines Center. I'm gonna go ahead and step out of the way so WFAA photographer Jose Gant can go ahead and show you what we got going on. Saturday, 6:10 on TNT in Dallas, Texas. Tennessee has a chance to play in the Sweet 16. Earlier this week, we told you the story of two Tennessee assistant coaches, Desmond Oliver and Rob Lanier. Now, something Lanier said at the end of his interview really stood out to us. Take a listen.
Make sure you edit this part in right here. We both owe a debt of gratitude to our wives. You know, we've been fortunate.
Someone so important to coach, we figured we had to meet her. Here is Dr. Dio Lanier.
It'll be 20 years in June, yes.
When Dio and Rob met, he was a grad assistant at Niagara. She was an underclassman at Cornell. Dio would go on to get her medical degree at State University of New York at Buffalo.
So we actually spent our entire engagement separated while he was at Rutgers and I was working at different hospitals in Buffalo, New York. And then he came back for the wedding. That was kind of hectic, trying to be a medical resident and planning our wedding.
The two didn't stay up north.
And he said, well, you know, coaching is kind of, you kind of move around and you never know.
Let's start in Buffalo. Moved
to New Jersey. Then we went to Texas the first time. After that, we went to Siena, then to University of Virginia, then to Florida, back to Texas, and then we landed in Knoxville.
Dio transitioned from hospitals to classrooms.
And I think I made a shift from just practicing medicine to doing things to help promote, health and wellness for kids.
And now she's pursuing a passion, writing. Her blog, Reserved Rebel, discusses the arts as well as her work with health and wellness.
One of the things when you're a coach's wife, because so much of it is having to do kind of with their schedule, it's kind of dictated to you. One of the things where Rob and I work is because we are individuals and then we are a couple and then we are a family as well. And we make sure we foster each of those different areas.
The two will sit together with their laptops and type on their own separate websites. Dio calls Rob Coach, and Rob calls Dio Doc. I'm here in Tennessee's locker room. It's already been cleared out. Heartbreaking is a bit cliche. It doesn't seem to give justice to just how this Tennessee team felt after their season came to an end in Dallas. The last second bounce in for Loyola, the last second bounce out for the Vols. Jordan Bone, who took that last shot, couldn't find the words.
Sometimes it's just how it bounces, man. But man, congratulations to them. It's just I don't even know what to say, man. Just hurt so bad, man. Honestly, I never felt like this before in my life.
Kyle Alexander was unable to play after a deep bone bruise on his hip against Wright State. He said he spent more time in the training room the past 2 days than his own room.
I was emotional before the game because I wanted to be out there, and it sucks because that was the last one. Obviously that's the last one of the year, and I wasn't out there with my brothers to help them. And
the good news, this team will only lose one player, guard James Daniel. The co-SEC champions with the SEC Player of the Year and one of the best players in the postseason will return next season.
Got heart. We're not going to, lay down. We're not going to lay down for nobody, and we're going to keep fighting to the end. And that's what we did. I feel like everybody's coming back. we got a bright future ahead of us, and I can't wait to see what it holds.
I don't know. I just hope that we all realize this is a point of our emphasis, and we got to use this for next year, because this feeling, how we're feeling right now, I don't ever want to feel again.
Admiral Schofield was asked after the game about leaving early for the NBA draft. He said, while it's a dream, he's never even thought about it. He feels like he owes too much to himself and to his teammates to not be here for his senior season. All right, that will do it from Dallas. We'll go ahead and send it now to Luke Slaybaugh in Murfreesboro for some high school hoops action.